The idea that you might be stronger than you really ever imagined it's alarming to you. Aquarius, you have a change you want to make, and it's scary. Let's do a reading on it. Let's find out what's going on. Get the unrealized fears that are standing in your way. Get the worst and best case scenario, and then also the likely outcome. All right, so we've got first, for fears, strength. You are afraid of your own strength. Interesting. Afraid of your own strength. Because you know what? It's like you're saying to yourself, you know, I've got the capability to blow this place up or blow this up. You know, kind of. I'm talking figuratively, not literally. Come on now. I literally have the capability to just completely destroy everything about my life and just restart and be okay with that. I feel like you're afraid of that because people have taught you that it's not okay. The idea that you might be stronger than you really ever imagined it's alarming to you. Why is it alarming? We're going to get some details, you know, on these two. So we're going to clarify. Right here, I'm just shuffling a bunch of major arcana for this. Let's get the worst case scenario if you make this change. Worst case scenario. If this change is made, what's the worst case scenario for Aquarius, please? And of course, if this doesn't resonate, check out your sun, moon, rising, or any other prominent placements, okay? And just know that there's a bunch of construction going outside. I am going to be out of here next go round. You will not see me in this space. I will be in a different space, thank God. Thank God, I will be in my permanent space. All right, worst case scenario for Aquarius, please. Worst case scenario for Aquarius. I may have to split and pull it. Here we go. Worst case scenario. We've got the Star, which is you. That's your card. Worst case scenario, you find you. And what I just heard in response to saying that was, what if I don't want to find me? Okay. What if you are not who you thought you were? Just saying. What if you are not who you thought you were? Or who you think you are now? Interesting. Because your star path, I mean, that's a really good thing to reach your star path when you're making a change. Because your star path is your ultimate path you should be walking while you're here, you know, on this earth plane, okay? It's the ultimate path. Don't get me wrong, we all have like side quests. You know, it's kind of like a video game, right? We have side quests where we can go off this direction. And then, you know, Daddy Saturn comes back in and pushes us back onto our path, right? Especially if you haven't hit your Saturn return yet, you're going to see it. Or if you're coming up on that Saturn return, you're about 28, 29 years old. Daddy Saturn comes in. And boy, he like changes you right back to where you need to go. I can assure you. Some people have some rough Saturn returns. So, look into that if you've never looked into it. It's interesting. Let's see. So, what's the best case scenario? Because, of course, we're going to clarify these. Get more details. This best case scenario. All right. We've got the wheel. I love it. Major change in your life. Major change, like complete, you know, like sometimes you can see it as doing a complete 180, right? Complete 180. And that's really kind of what you're looking to do, but you're scared of it. You're scared of how strong you can do it to make it happen. I feel like you're afraid of hurting people, though. That's what I feel like. And so the best case scenario, having everything change 100%, where you can't recognize your life anymore. It's wonderful. Justice pops out. Interesting. Everything happens equally and it all kind of balances out. I like that. What is the most likely outcome here for Aquarius, please, for this change? What's the most likely outcome here for Aquarius? Most likely outcome for Aquarius, show me, please. Most likely outcome for Aquarius. Judgment. Interesting. And on the bottom we have the World. Interesting. Okay, so Judgment. Most likely outcome. It's like divine, like the divine path. It's like it's like the divine path. So I'm wondering if like it's still you find, worst case scenario, you still find your star path. Best case scenario, you make some huge changes. It's kind of like no matter what direction you go, what it feels like is no matter what direction you go, it's going to turn out wonderful. It's change. Nobody likes change. Nobody likes change. But we like the outcomes. And I feel like this divine outcome, this divine... What's with the divine thing? It's a divine path. You have a divine path. Everybody does. It's the star path, right? It's your star path. That's your divine path. Okay. It could be like, because a lot of times this, judgment card can also talk about how you're going to be forced into it anyways. Because the divine will step in and be like, tough shit. I mean, this is like Daddy Saturn stepping in and going, you're going to do it anyways. I call him Daddy Saturn. Let's get some details. See if we can find out some more. You're ruled by Saturn. Aquarius. You are Saturnian anyway, so you understand Saturn a little bit better, like Capricorn. You guys understand Saturn a little bit better. What just played in my head here was you understand Saturn more, so it's like, why wouldn't you come here and like test the boundaries? Test the boundaries of what you're supposed to do. And so why not start this whole thing from a childlike perspective, right? Because Aquarians are really playful. Start it from a childlike perspective, and then suddenly Daddy Saturn has to step in, say it's your Saturn return or whatever, and then you get to the part where you're actually supposed to, live your life and what you're supposed to do. Your life's purpose, that kind of thing. It lets you, have some fun in your 20s. It lets you have some fun in your 20s. Tell me about this Strength card. Tell me about this Fear. Look at that. Devil. Speaking of Saturn, that has nothing to do with it. Nothing to do with what I'm about to say. The Devil, definitely, you feel like what you can do can be like really bad for people. You also feel like you may have attachments to things. This one. Oh, these two. Okay. Here we go. Eight of Swords and the Death card too. Devil, Eight of Swords, Death card. Look at that. That's a lot. So, it's like what you tell yourself is that you're capable of being a total complete jerk, right? Total complete jerk, tear things up, but you know what? That really stresses you out. You don't really like that, but it's your own restrictions on you. Look at how this girl is tied up by her own stuff in the mirror. She thinks she's tied up, but she's actually not. It's really up to her to just step her way out of it. But like making these changes and everything to you is very permanent, like death, right? Very permanent. And that's why you're freaking out about it. You're afraid of really hurting people. You're not concerned about yourself. You're like, oh yeah, I can do that. But you're concerned about, like, say, your partner, or you're concerned about your family. You know, this could be something like, you know, I want to go and move, you know, from, you know, Miami, Florida down to Brazil by yourself with nobody with you because you want to just start new, right? You're like, I can do that. That's not a big deal. But you're afraid it'll hurt everybody around you that you've been close to. That kind of thing. So you get a little bit of conscience stepping in. All right, tell me the star here. Why is the star here? Finding yourself. These, okay. We've got Knight of Pentacles, Two of Swords, Queen of Wands, and the Nine of Pentacles. Okay. Yeah, so finding yourself, it's wonderful. Because like with this Nine of Pentacles and the Queen of Wands, I mean, that's like fantastic individuality energy right there. Fantastic individuality in creating the life that you wish to live with passion and drive and excitement, you know? But yet you're going to find it's going to be slower than you expected. Things are going to be slower. Things, it's not going to be as easy, I'm going to say. Not going to be as easy, and we're going to find the Two of Swords. You're going to be like, I'm kind of confused. Kind of confused about things. I'm not really sure where things are supposed to go. So, or what I'm supposed to do with this. Kind of blocked a little bit. Kind of blocked. So you don't move forward quickly, but you know what? It's one of those, I'm living my best life. But you find yourself. You see yourself. Seeing yourself can be a good thing. The thing is that seeing yourself, it also means that you can see the mistakes you made in the past, right? It means you can see that. And you're just like, ooh, I drop all my cards. You're just like, I don't want to see it. That's how I look at things too. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see how I fucked up. Come on now. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. Because that's the only way we can learn. All right. Wheel. Show me this wheel here. Best case scenario. Show me the wheel, please. All right. We've got the Eight of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Both talking about journeys here. Maybe you are thinking about like relocating somewhere. One more. Here we go. Six of Cups and Four of Cups. Okay. Lots of cups going on here. So, all right. It'll be hard. It'll be quite the journey. But half the battle was deciding to do it. Right? That's how this is coming across with this Ten of Wands. You end up walking away from what it is that doesn't satisfy you anymore. Okay? But you don't want to be anymore. Who you don't want to be anymore. But what you end up finding is what you end up finding your old self, okay? With this Six of Cups here. You find your old self and you realize just how you're just like, not really into that person. That's the thing about changing. people who change and who are willing to change themselves. When they do that, it's when they do that self-reflection and they look back on like who they were and who they are now, you know, that kind of thing, and they're just like, I'm not impressed, you know, that kind of thing. And that's looking back on yourself. So the thing is that really you're still finding yourself, but I feel like the best case scenario, you're finding it faster. Yeah, best case scenario, you're finding it faster. Worst case scenario, you're finding it slower. That's what this is like to me. All right, show me this Justice card, please. How much time do we have? Okay, we got the Five of Cups. 2 more, please. All right, 7 of Pentacles. What I said about it being divine intervention to cause the whole thing. Yeah, I think you're going to sit on it. I think you're going to sit on it. We got 5 of Cups, 7 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. This is a lot of sitting around and going, I don't think so. It's a lot of sitting around, I don't think so. And then Judgment. Nope, I'm not going to do that. Even though it depresses me with this 5 of Cups. Even though it depresses me, I am going to sit and try to grow what I've got going on here. Because you know what? I know it'll get better. I know it'll get better. That's what that says. But I feel like divine intervention will occur because that's going to be your perspective. I'm going to sit on this. I'm going to wait until the universe gives me a sign, and then they're going to be like, boom, Tower card. If you know what the Tower card is, it is sudden catastrophic change. So, that's what I've got for you today, Aquarius. Thanks so much for being here. I do appreciate you. And I hope to see you next time.